Hey, hello. My name is King G, Lucky, and I'm great to be here. And my opportunity for today is just to be with this beautiful woman, star woman, which you can see on the camera. And now I just want her to introduce herself. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Mnyamwezi. I am the chief nerd in charge at a school called the Rich African Woman School. The Rich African Woman School is a school that educates modern African women to become rich in their relationships, their income, career, and their health. That's what RICH stands for. Relationships, income, career, health.
I like that. So before we continue, I want to encourage someone to do subscribe on our YouTube channel, Rich African Woman School on YouTube channel. Also, you can get us on Instagram. It is the same name, Rich African Woman School. Also, you can get us on Facebook. Oh my God, Rich African Woman School. Please do subscribe, like what we do, and then God will bless you big time. Now, my first question to ask, you have been talking about relationship for many time. Now I can ask, what do you call relationship?
Well, so relationships are a part of our lives, right? So at the Rich African Woman School, when we talk about relationships, we're talking about all relationships. We're talking about romantic relationships. We're talking about relative relationships. So these are relationships with your extended family, so mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, cousins, and any issues you may be dealing with or trying to navigate with your extended family. We're talking about parental relationships. So this is with your sons, with your daughter, and any issues you'd like to deal with, whether it's discipline issues, whether it's bonding issues, whether it's relationship issues, getting to know your children more. We are talking about co-parenting relationships. So this is for parents who are no longer together but would like to learn and understand how to co-parent together in a harmonious, conflict-free environment. So when we talk about relationships, we're talking about all the kinds of relationships you can imagine. We're talking about relationships with yourself. How do you build your identity in a manner that allows you to move in the world and in the world as you should? And even relationships with your friends, with your girlfriends. We know today we are all in different parts of the world. Our friendships are online, they are virtual, they are in person. How do you manage relationships that are healthy with the right boundaries as needed? So when we talk about R, is for relationships. Any relationship you can imagine, we have a course for it here at this
Oh my God. I think right now I decided to join this course. If he's talking about all those kind of things, I believe there is someone who was like, wow, I have been to have trouble with my family. I've been having trouble with my husband. I've been in trouble with my girlfriend. Now, I can ask, when someone can start to be in a relationship? Or what is qualification for someone to be in a relationship?
So that's an interesting question. But if we're talking about romantic relationships, the qualifications for you to be in a romantic relationships is that you need to be biologically prepared, you need to be mentally prepared, you need to be emotionally prepared. So biologically prepared, we all know about puberty. So that is always usually at our teenage years, whether boys or girls. So the Lord prepares us biologically very early. But when we talk about being prepared mentally, when we talk about being prepared emotionally, that is a whole other dimension, because we are bringing our experiences from our families of origin into romantic relationships. We are bringing our own experiences from the interactions we have had with members of the opposite sex. We are bringing our own expectations and our knowledge or lack thereof when it comes to romantic relationships. So anyone that is an adult can be ready for a relationship. What is most important is that they are educated to be ready for a relationship, and that is what we do here at the school.
Oh my God. You mean someone like, when you become in Kenya, to have a license, you should have like 18 years. When to become to receive a ID, you should have 18 years. Now you are saying that everyone can be in a relationship.
Yeah, as once you are biologically prepared by your body, I believe you should start learning how to exist and to thrive in romantic relationships.
Oh my God. This is a good school. Now, you see, like when you check life of many people who are around us, you get many people are single men, other are single women. And then you ask yourself, like, why should I join this relationship?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Why should I join this relationship? What do you think when you see like there is a young woman, there is a young lady who want to join a relationship? And yes, in neighborhood you have like 100 women who are single. There is 100 or 1,000 men who are just single and they don't want anything to do with a relationship. What comes in your mind as a coach or like as a teacher?
I like that. So at the Rich African Women's School, our ethos when it comes to romantic relationships is based off of two things. One, we genuinely and truly believe that two are better than one. If you're two and one falls, the second can be able to help them up, right? If you're alone, it is much harder to live life. And second, we genuinely believe that we were not created to live alone and in isolation. We were created for community, and one of the best communities is having a person who you are intimate with and who you can grow and do life with. So that is the ethos of the Rich African Women's School when it comes to romantic relationships.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't know that. I have been thinking like, I can just, the fact I have been doing this thing alone, why should I search other people around me? Why can't I keep living my life alone? Now I think like I need to change my mindset. Now this is my last question, where I want to ask like, how someone, just give us like three points for somehow someone can protect or like can maintain his relationship. Because you will get like today you are loving someone called Carol, tomorrow you are loving Christine, like yesterday you was in another relationship, and you get like you have tell many people like I love you, I love you, I love you, and somehow all of them they are beautiful, and yes, you can't maintain it. Now, would you give us just like 3 secrets right now, which person can use to maintain his relationship? It's easy to be in a relationship, but just someone to tell you, now I'm no longer in a relationship, this and this has happened. What do you think?
The number one secret, and it's an open secret, is that you must be in relationship with yourself, right? So by the time you're finding that you're with Carol, you are with Betty, you are with Scholastica, you are with so and so, you're not sure you yourself, the relationship that you have with yourself is not mature enough to be able to understand that you are ready to settle down, right? So you yourself must be in relationship with yourself, that you have come to the point that you know you are ready to settle down, right? So that's the number one secret, knowing you're ready to settle down. Be in relationship with yourself enough to know you're ready for a romantic relationship. And 1. 2 is now you need to choose, right? You need to choose a rich lover from your Anne, Betty, Carol. Why Anne and not Betty? Why Carol and not Scholastica, right? And when it comes to choosing, you will need a criteria. Here at the Rich African Women's School, we have a template for choosing rich lovers that you can customize for yourself. And we have a zero-proof knowledge system that allows you to actually ensure that Carol and not Betty is the one who meets your criteria and will carry it through. So that's the second thing you need to do. You need to know how to choose your rich lover. And then finally, I would say the third thing that I would pick as a secret is knowing how to keep a rich lover, how to maintain a rich lover, right? Because it's one thing to choose them, it's one thing to know that you desire to settle down, but how do you keep them? And so here we really talk about, you know, are we communicating? Are we solving conflict in a healthy way? Have we communicated our expectations around intimacy and sex? And finally, how does money move in between us? Those are the 4 main issues that I would say Africans need in order to keep their rich lovers. So yeah, I think those are the 3 I would say. Be in relationship with yourself, know how to choose a rich lover, and finally how to keep one.
I like that. So for people who has been listening us or like watching us, I just call the people of international, people who are here in Kangemi, Gikuyu. So far, yeah, just do subscribe on our YouTube channel, Rich African Woman. And I believe you're gonna have amazing knowledge and skills. God bless you big time.